Hey guys, and welcome to another video. So based on the title, you kind of know what I'm going to be talking about, and I'll jump straight right into it. So if you grew up here in America, um, you've had heard this saying that college is the best time of your life, the 4 best years ever. So maximize it, have the best time, because the rest of your life is going to suck, and then you have to become a real adult, and then you have to go to a job for the rest of your life. And I'm here to tell you, especially for the younger guys who are in college or who are about to be going into college, if you're 18 and you're this is like the summer before going to starting your freshman year, that you're going to be hearing this and you're going to think that, yes, I do agree, college is a very exciting time for a lot of people, including myself. It's the first time that you're ever, you live by yourself. You become your own person, you become your own man, and then, you become your own woman, if you're a girl. And it kind of gives you that freedom that you get to decide what to do with your time. So you can either study all the time, or you can party all the time, or find a balance. So that's a great thing about college. And also, I'm talking about like a 4-year university, whether it's public or private. I'm not talking about a community college. Community colleges is basically like a little bit of a high school, but for the most part, community college, you don't live there. You probably commute from home. So what I'm talking about is the standard 4-year public colleges, or private, but the ones where you actually go and you live in a dormitory or you live in an apartment. Basically, you're by yourself. You're not living with your parents anymore. So college is very exciting. It is a good time, and it's a great chance to meet people. A lot of people, maybe they meet their future wife, their future husband, and whatnot. But the part that I disagree with, and the one that I encourage all of you, especially if you're in college or you're about to be in college, is don't have the mentality that college is going to be the best 4 years of your life. Because let's just think about that. The best 4 years of your life, meaning that by the time you get out, when let's say you're 22, 23, or 24 years old, that means, let's say the life expectancy is 75 years old. So if you have that mentality, that basically means that after college, the next 52, 53 years of your life it's like all downhill, and it's gonna suck after that. So that mentality that these 4 years are going to be the best ever, and that after that nothing else is going to be as good as this, is the worst mentality that you can have. And the reason why I'm saying it is I knew this going in, so that's why every year since college has actually been better, and my life has actually been better since college. Now, trust me, I didn't party all the time, but I still, had fun. I, joined a fraternity. I went to a big 4-year public school, one of the largest in the country, and, I got to see the whole experience. But I'm telling you, after the freshman year, especially after sophomore year, it does get old really fast. And what you should go into college with this mentality is that college is the time where, yes, you do want to have a balance. You definitely want to explore. I'm not saying don't have a good time, but your mentality should be, I'm here to set the foundation for the rest of my life. And that foundation is going to be whatever study that you do is going to be your career. And this is assuming you do go to college, because in recent times, especially in today's age, a lot of people are actually opting not going to college and instead going to a trade school and getting a valuable trade. And then that's when, they can right away join the workforce. So, with today's college debt becoming grossly, outrageous, sometimes it's not a bad idea that you don't need to go to college. That if you have, let's be honest, most people are not going to be an entrepreneur right away. So unless you have an extraordinary business that you already tested out while you're in high school, but instead of college, make sure that there's a good trade, whether you want to be maybe, let's say, a welder, or, you can be a plumber or electrician. Those are valuable trades, and that would be justify for you not going to college. But for the most part, if you do go to college, make sure that you choose something that's worthwhile and that's going to give you a good career, whether that's in engineering or what they refer to as STEM. So STEM, if you guys don't know, it stands for science, technology, engineering, and M can probably be mathematics, or I would probably throw in medicine, because obviously if you want to be a doctor, that's, guaranteed great career. You just need to study your ass off for the next 10 years. But go into college with the mentality that I'm going to set the foundation for the rest of my life. So you're going to get your studies down, and then, like I mentioned, you're going to be learning how to, this is the first time that a lot of people have so much time by themselves. So this is outside the classroom. This is where you're going to learn how to, let's say, prioritize, scheduling, making sure that you get important things done first, because that's extremely important in the real world when you become an adult. So pretty much organization skills. So that is the mentality that you need to have with. It is not the mentality that I'm going to go and party, for 4 years. You can do that. That's fine. I'm not saying you can't. But I'm saying that you're going to quickly realize that, I would say, maybe half of year after your freshman year, that's pretty much what college is going to be like, except for, when you turn 21, then you're legally going to be able to go into bars and stuff. But I'm talking about in terms of parties and, get-togethers, social events. It's all the same, and you're going to get it out of your system probably within the first half a year, not even year, half of year of your freshman year. So what I'm telling you is, do not waste these 4 years, especially if you have to get debt to pay for your college. And even that, do your parents a favor. If your parents are paying for your college, do them a favor, because college is not cheap, whether it's public or private. Obviously private is a lot more expensive, but for public schools it's pretty expensive these days as well. So do your parents a favor and do not waste their hard-earned money for you to have a good time, because it's all the same. Use this time and use either the money that you're borrowing or your parents' money to set up your life, both in school and outside school. Like I said, these intangible habits that you're going to create outside of the classroom, and that's going to set yourself out for success right after college. So you're not going to be, going back to your parents' home, or, when people tell you, I just need a break, a lot of times that's just because they can't find a job. Let's just be honest, because they either had, they didn't have good grades, or they majored in something stupid in which they're not going to be able to find a job in the real world, because, that's not demanding. Like I said, don't get fooled. The economy, it is the lowest employment rate. It is doing well, but people are still having a hard time finding the good jobs. It is still very hard, maybe harder than ever. So don't be fooled by what you see in the news. So, like I mentioned, set the foundation. That's the mentality for the rest of your life, especially when you're 20s and 30s, because what you do in your 20s and 30s does set you up for the rest of your life. And then what sets you up for your 20s and 30s is, if you go to college, what you did in college, both what you studied and, to a degree, I want to say, networking. But even networking is a little bit overused. People think that, if I know the right person, my friend's dad's going to automatically give me a job. That's a little bit overrated. Do not rely on that. I'm not saying networking's not important, but don't rely on it. But definitely do, have some time for that. And then, like I said, your studies, making sure you're not a hermit. You do need to socialize a little bit, but make sure you get your priorities in order. And then, like I said, outside the classroom, building those good habits. So working out will be one, and then organizing, because you're going to have so many different types of events, and especially if you're in a group, or you're in a fraternity, or if you're in a sorority, you're going to have all these events, and it's going to be easy to be like, yeah, let's go to all of them. But you need to prioritize. And like I said, that outside the classroom decisions, and that can be just as important, because when you're an adult, You're not in a classroom. A teacher is not telling you what to do. Nobody's telling you what to do. You can literally, sleep in bed all day. Nobody's going to give a shit. Like, nobody's going to care. So like I said, that outside the classroom in terms of decision making and developing those good habits is going to be just as critical, along with what you're majoring in. So I wanted to create this video because that's how I kind of went through college, and that's kind of what set me up for success. I'm not saying that I'm like, this all super successful, but comparing to a lot of people, my peers, and what I see on social media and what I see like my peers doing, I would say that I'm a little bit, to a degree, in terms of, there's a little bit of a blockage up here, just making sure this cop is making sure that I'm not doing something stupid. Okay, making it through. All right, sorry for the hold up, but no, I would say that to my peers, yes, do not ever compare. I don't want you to compare yourself, but at times, everyone naturally wants to know how they're doing. So this is what I did, and I, like I said, take it as advice. If it works for you, great. If it's complete BS to you, disregard it. You don't need to take it. But I'm just giving you some advice because I'm 28 years old. So I am a big believer that through experience and time, it does teach you lessons. And looking back in terms of the decisions that you make back then, greatly affect the decisions that you, or it greatly affects your life going forward, whether it's good decisions or not so good decisions. All right, guys, so with that being said, let me know your thoughts and feedback. If you find any value in this, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel. Like I said, I make these videos based on my experience and to help guys out, to help out everybody in general. So let me know your thoughts and feedback, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Peace.